Welcome to the Mesper Girl, where we have honest conversations about life, growth, and resilience. Today's topic is one that so many women quietly navigate, returning to work as a new mom. It's a filling journey with emotions, pressure, identity shifts, and strengths. Let's dive into what that looks like a bit. Today we are joined by the lovely Eulalee McIntyre, a new mom,
Hi,
stepping back into the world of work. Eulalee, welcome.
thank you.
We're
Thank you for
joined
having
by
us.
an extra addition as well, your beautiful bouncing baby boy. Hello, sir. All
Say hi.
right. Hi. All right, so let's get into it. Eulalie, take us back to that moment when you had to return to work. How did you feel? What was going through your head? How did you react? Take us back to all those emotions to that day.
I am a teacher, so I love being around kids. So having my own child now, it was like a different level. I'm responsible for other person's children, so ensuring that they are ready for their exams. I felt like, oh my God, I want to ensure that they get the best lessons as possible. I don't want them to miss out on too much, even though I would be covered during my absence. However, being the teacher that I am, caring, compassionate about my job, that was also still on my mind. Yet having a newborn now on the table, I'm like going back to work now. I will not get the amount of bond that I would want with my son, getting to learn about him, know about him. Yes, I've had nieces and nephews before, but this is my own baby now where I can't just leave him and go. But at the end of the day, I know that I have a responsibility to him and I have a responsibility to my job. So it was in a way 50-50. I tried to balance it as best as possible. But in a way, I miss him each day when I'm at work. And when I'm at home, I also miss work. So I'm trying to balance my schedule as best as possible. But I enjoy both of them, motherhood and my career. So I'm trying to have the best of both worlds.
So it's safe to say that you were not excited. This stepping out, it did come with some hesitation. You were not getting back out to work, getting back out into the world of work. You were not excited about this.
I was excited to go back to work, but it's at the same time I'm excited to go back to work, but I feel sad that I have to leave him behind. But at the end of the day, my job is still my job, and
Mhm.
he has desk here when I'm at work. He has my mom, so I am literally not worried for him when I'm at work.
Great. Did becoming a mom change you like professionally? You said you're a teacher and you're around kids, so I know probably that may like increase you a little as to understanding kids a little better. I'm not sure, but did becoming a mom change how you saw yourself professionally?
No, if it's anything I say would add more value to it. I professionally, as I mentioned previously, I'm very passionate about my career. I love teaching. So I saw those kids as even my own. No matter which high school I went to, I adopted the students as if they were my own children. So having a child now of my own, I felt a deeper connection to my own child because being a teacher is like you're mothering kids daily. But even though you know they're not biologically yours, so having one of my own now was a different level of joy.
Image wise, I felt like I wasn't myself. I didn't feel as confident as I was before. But I know that it's kind of different for other persons. You may not feel everyone they don't feel the same stepping back into it, but I know for me it played a little with my confidence. What about you? Did you struggle with confidence stepping back into work?
Well, I struggle with confidence, not in terms of the work aspect, but just being a new mom, wondering if I was doing things correctly. Um, and taking care of the baby, that's where my confidence was, the issues that I had. But in terms of work, stepping back into work, I was very confident because work is like where it's one of my happy places. So I don't even find work as a job because I love my job, so it doesn't feel like work. But being a new mom is where my confidence kind of dipped. Like I was questioning myself every step of the way. Is this the right thing that I'm doing? Oftentimes my mommy would guide me and say, yes, this is okay, that is okay. But my confidence like in motherhood, like that's where I had a lot of confidence issues. And thankfully I had a good support system to navigate me through that. And work also helped to, keep my head straight. So it was I would say work was a calming center for me.
Some women talk about losing themselves and then finding themselves again. Did you experience any of that?
Yes, I did. I did. It was something that I was not confident to talk about. It was something that my twin sister could sense, and she came to me directly without even me expressing anything to her because I'm like, I don't know how I'm feeling, and I don't want persons to think I'm a crazy person because how can I explain to somebody who doesn't understand how I'm feeling? They will look at me like, oh, she's local, she's crazy. But without even telling her, she knew and she came to me, and that was where I regained myself, to be honest.
You say your twin sister, and thank God for her. Because knowing you, it seemed, well, not really knowing you, but knowing the position that you might have been in, it's always good to have somebody that um, you don't really have to call them to say, hey, I'm sad, come over. They kind of sense it to say, she's not being her regular self. I text her, she's not as chirpy as she was, or we're not going out or talking as regularly. So for you not being able to say, oh, come over, I'm sad, but for someone to just sense that you're not okay and come to your rescue, I must say that's massive, that's huge. But outside of her, how did you rebuild your confidence?
So outside of my sister, I started to rebuild my confidence in the way I looked, the way I dressed. I have a slim body build, but after birth, I lost a lot of weight. So in terms of, yeah, I lost a lot of weight. My clothes were very loose on me. And then I was like, many women get the BBL when they're pregnant. What happened to mine? I had a little bit, but now it's so like confidence in terms of my body, my breast changing, my face changing a bit. So overall, I just did not feel confident. So in order to adjust that, to help me feel better, to find my pink again, to find my shine, I changed my clothes. I always did my hair. So I started to try different styles that I think I would like. I started to take better care of myself because, at nights I'll get more paranoid with the baby crying, wondering if he was okay. And because he was admitted in the hospital after he was born, that was a different level of stress. And then going back into the hospital again for formula allergies, well, for protein allergies, that was another stress factor. So it's like after his birth, it was literally a roller coaster. I couldn't get a calming spot as yet, and that helped with a lot of weight loss that I experienced. So after his discharge from the hospital, I prayed to God that okay, this would be the last one that we could have a good time together and I could start bonding with my baby. And after him being okay, it's like I started feeling more okay, which enabled me to, put myself together because I was putting him first to ensure that he's good. And as I tell everybody, once he's good, I'm good, then I can look my best and feel my best for him. So
Amazing. I'm a little jealous about the whole weight loss thing because I couldn't start gaining weight and I'm struggling. As you can see, I'm a bit puffy, but I could not stop the weight from just piling on, piling on. It's even now, like my baby's 1 year, and it's like, what can I do to drop 50 pounds? You know, so I'm a little jealous. Don't take it the wrong way. I'm a little jealous about you losing the weight, girl. Right?
Well,
But
I
I'm glad you were able to build that confidence and work on you. I know there's this lady, I don't know her that well. It's an older lady. When I was pregnant, she said to me, "You no longer exist." And I got in my feelings because I'm like, what do you mean? Is it not gonna be about me anymore? But like, I'm still alive. What do you mean I no longer exist? And if you know me, I mean, I always quick to go up in my feelings, right? So she's like,
yeah.
no, you're dead now, and it's all about baby, you no longer exist. And for like throughout the whole time, I was thinking like, my life over for true. Like this is it, I'm
No,
done. But
no.
once the baby got here, I completely understand what she was saying. You know, it's no longer about me, it's more about the baby. Not that I'm physically or literally dead. It's just
Right.
more about him, like put him first, you know? So I completely get
Right.
that, and I'm so happy you're able to rebuild that confidence. Yeah, kudos to you, girl.
To be honest, I am feeling really good now at this point. I feel like I'm in the honeymoon phase. I'm getting the hang of things because my kid is just 3 months old. So I know we still have a long way to go. Taking care of other person's children is different from my own because, see, right now, prime example, I wanted to do this interview with you for days now and it's not been able to take place. So instead of canceling again on you this morning, I'm like, we have to incorporate. I just bring him to the meeting and hope it works out. So learning to adjust is the new norm for me. I know that he's my responsibility. So in whatever that I'm doing, I have to always incorporate him or put him first or find a work around this thing as a new mother because who are we gonna leave the kids with? Persons that we can always depend on, they might not always be available, and we have responsibilities, we have obligations. So we have a life outside of motherhood. So motherhood cannot be just who I am or who Michaela is. We also have to remember who we are without not getting lost inside of motherhood.
Yeah, I'm so glad you said that because what I'm now leaning toward is, what does a typical day look like for you?
A typical day, like as a working mom, starts out in the morning. So he gets up early by 4 a.m. I don't know where he's going at 4 a.m., but he's up by that time. So when he gets up, I will have him sometimes at that point, and then by 5 o'clock, I start getting ready for work. I'll hold him in the interim, and then he goes over to my mom or my dad. And then I go to work. I'll check up on him throughout the days once I have the time to do it. But it's always a priority. If it's even 2 or 3 times for the day, I will call and ensure that he's good. When I get home from work, I quickly shower, and that's my priority for the rest of the evening. Spending time with my son, bonding with my son, and also giving my mother some free time because she has him all day. So when I get in, phones are a no-no, excluding talking to my sister, that's it. The rest of my attention goes to my child. During the weekends, you have to still navigate church and duties and all of those things. So that's where the real challenge comes in now, trying to balance because my mommy has him all the time through the week. So on the weekends and the evenings, I try to give her a break and try to learn how to handle this mother thing. Like when you're doing so many errands at the same time and still being a mother, like the older persons will say, I could hold the baby in my hand and cook, I can do this and do that. For me, it's not the same. It's a pressure when I'm told that, you can hold him and do this. No, I can't. That's not me. I like task at a time. So if I'm tending to the baby, I'm tending to him. Even though a person might say you're slow, you could move a little bit faster. Hey, I'm still learning. I am still finding my groove and how to go about things in my daily life. So I would say so far, I think I'm doing a good job. Self-praise is no recommendation, but I think I need a little boost to tell myself that, tap myself on the shoulder. It's going good. I
What
don't know.
advice would you give to new working moms?
Okay, so my advice to them is try and find your balance. Um, it's different for everybody, really and truly different. Everybody has a different experience, but honestly, I don't think I can find the right words, Michaela, because when persons told me about motherhood, I thought it was all rainbows, right? Like it didn't come with a lot of challenges. I'm like, how hard could it be? But since being in it, it is challenging, and you just have to be confident in yourself that you are a good mother, you're doing a good job. Take a break when you can. Pray. Don't stop praying because prayer helps. Ask God for strength, guidance, and all of the things that you think you will require to be a great mom and to also be good at your job because that is your bread and butter. That is still what you need to take care of your child. So I don't know what I could tell them specifically because I'm still learning as I go along. I would say check me back 3 months time.
Okay. All right, will do. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for talking with me.
Thank
This
you for
was,
having
I'm not sure if it helped you, but it helped me a little bit knowing that even though I may be struggling with some things that I'm not alone. So yeah, thank you so much for talking with me, and I hope to have more conversations with you in the future. Like you said, check your back. Um,
Yeah.
in wrapping up, I'd like to say returning to work as a new mom isn't just about getting a job, going back to your job. It's about rediscovering yourself, redefining balance, stepping into a new version of yourself, stepping into a new version of strength, finding what works for you, finding yourself again, right? And to every mom
Yeah.
watching, and to you as well, Eulalee, you are doing better than you think. Yeah,
Thank
you are
you.
doing
That means
the best that you. And at the end of the day, so long as baby is good, you're
I'm
doing
good.
good,
Mommy is good.
right? So thanks again for talking
Right.
with me, and kiss up baby
Thank you for
for me.
having me. I will.
Bye.
Bye. See you soon again.